Welcome back, amazing people, to this amazing, safe and smart space. This is Kiman Community Live. I am presenter MK PMK. There's something that G Chanue person, the real deal, the big voice in construction, has said. Amesema ati yo sijui mimi nafanyanga ati vitu ndogo, tinasemanga hizi vitu ni ndogo ama nini. Sie ndo alikuwa anakataanga. Si mimi nilikuwa namwambia take care of those small details za quality. Unaona leo amekubali, ndio maintain quality. Si mnaona hata nyinyi leo amekubali? Yeah. So today we are talking about, or this week rather, we are talking about communication. But today specifically, we will be talking about craft mistakes caused by miscommunication. And hii miscommunication inatokea in different ways, and we will see that with the master today, Alex Wainaina. Remember, you have an opportunity of earning an extra income on Keyman Stores. When you join Keyman Stores as a plug is someone who shows people how to navigate through the platform and, of course, onboarding people on the platform. So you get to earn 350 Kenyan shillings for joining Keyman Stores and verifying. Verifying means you get a bank account mahali watu wataweza kutumia pesa mkitrade. Second one is by helping people make a contract where you earn 50 shillings. And then the last one is by helping people make deals where you get tipped by either the supplier. You get tipped, yani the system asks the person who you have helped kama wanataka kukupatia tip. And if they want to give you a tip, then well and good, from as low as 20 shillings to as high as 200 shillings. Also remember, always trade with a contract ukiwa Keyman Stores. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome the one and only Alex Wainaina on the show. Good morning, Alex.
Morning, and thank you for welcoming me.
You're welcome again.
Yes, thank you.
Before tuanze na mambo yetu ya communication,
Yes.
You have written a book.
Yes, I have. It's called Life Skills for You.
Life Skills for Me.
Everyone.
And for them.
Everyone.
Now, it's amazing how they say you will confirm this. The second chapter talks about communication.
Yes, it does.
Hiyo imeconfirmiwa, Brian, umesikia? Niko sawa. So it is amazing how this week's theme is communication.
Okay.
And your book talks about communication.
Yes.
Maybe, is there something ndani ya the life skills book, and specifically the second chapter, that somehow marries relates to what you're talking about? Something interesting you might get from the book?
Yes, because it shows how when there is, unfortunately, communication is something that sometimes you discover when there has been poor communication, not when there has been good communication.
Okay, so when communication
breaks down, that's when now you realize something didn't go right. Instead of that something was well communicated. Most times we learn something was not well communicated. And communication, therefore, is something we only get sometimes to think about when something has not happened, rather than when something has happened.
So we are like, oh, you should have communicated.
We should have communicated. Did we communicate right? And then now that becomes like retrospective, which can be in your sector, or our sector of Keyman Stores can be very expensive, because we are talking about now work not being done well because communication did not, or proper communication did not happen.
Yes.
And that can be very costly. Yes.
Let's talk a bit about communication chain.
Yes.
Or maybe in a case where watu wako kwa site, and you need to maybe follow the hierarchy pale kwa site. What do you think about a fundi communicating direct to the developer? Is that in order?
Really, no. And that's why there is that change.
Okay.
Because somebody needs to sift how much information reaches the developer. If the fundi who is doing the carpentry work is now allowed directly to, not allowed, or is meant to go directly to the developer, there's bound to be miscommunication, because the foreman and maybe the senior master have a way of communicating information from the developer to reach the carpenter, knowing very well that the developer and the fundi might not have the same standards, the same level of understanding, the same level of looking at things. So I do think that the developer and the carpenter, unless the developer asks a specific question, and which I would also recommend that the developer asks the foreman who asks the fundi or the master. Because the moment the developer, you see the developer might not see the steps that are required by the fundi to reach the point where he wants his aspirations taken care of. So these levels are necessary in a construction site. And information flow should be from the developer to the foreman, to the master craftsman, then to the fundi. Not the other way around.
What about, there's an example I give Brian here of an Uber driver. You request an Uber. And when the driver arrives, he confirms again. Oh, you said you're going to Cabanas. Okay. Brian argues and he says that that's why the system is working for us. There's no need of confirming. Do you think there's need of confirming again for the driver?
It is important to confirm.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, what happens if you don't and you
have taken
to a different place? And you have noticed that sometimes even with the Uber driver or their level of understanding a map, and even you, when you open the Uber map, sometimes you have to tell it to turn around because it's showing direction this way while it is this way. Meaning that from the position you are in, you need to recenter it. So confirmation is very important, and I think it should happen all the time. I have a classical example, and I guess we'll enter into this, where we see the steps and why they are necessary in a construction site.
We see the steps. You want us to enter into example?
No, I would give the example and then we can relate to it.
Okay. Now, what happens when instructions skip one level of supervision?
Exactly. You skip one level, that's a cost.
Okay.
You skip another level of communication, that's another cost. Because when things get done wrong, what finally happens? The whole works could go down. And therefore, you just realize that we missed a certain step because somebody did not communicate. And or rather communicated wrongly also. So I tend to think that communication in a construction site, in a development site, is very critical. And it does not hurt anyone for the information that you're communicating to be repeated and confirmed again. Because when it doesn't, the cost is too high. So yes, you'll tell, use 5 millimeter. Umesema 5 millimeter, yes. So
that
everybody
is very important.
It's very important. And that's the example I'll give. I don't know those who have ever had to see before a plane takes off, the first officer and the captain. They have done this for more than 25 years, but they go through the same system every time. They say radar up, they say switch master up, switch this up, and they tick each every time before the flight takes off. Yet, maybe even this first officer and the captain have flown the same plane for 20 years. But every time it wants to take off or they need to take off, they will tick the things they have to do. Switch this thing on, done. Switch this one, done. Do this, done. And they tick them. Why do they go through all that? Because in case anything happens, there's no time to correct your mistake when you're in the air.
Kama ni kuanguka mshaanguka.
If you missed to put on something, chaos. So that's why that has to be followed. So now let's bring it to the place where there's a construction site. If the instructions were not given correctly, it means the work will be finished and somebody comes and says, wait a minute, this thing is not done. Then people realize, oh my goodness, we never told the fundi to do a certain thing at a certain time. So it can be very expensive. And why then is there a communication breakdown? Or is when people assume first that they know, and that is the classical example of fundis. Two, when the master thinks that the fundi knows enough not to make a mistake.
Assumptions.
Yes.
But someone might ask, are we really saying that failure to confirm maybe instructions in a lead to costly mistakes only in expensive, let's say industries like construction. Do you see, tunasema construction will cost you if you miss one thing. Do you means rebuilding again?
Yes.
Umepeana example ya ndege.
Yeah.
Ikianguka it becomes fatal.
Yes.
So kuna mtu anaweza ona ni kama tunasema hivyo juu hizo industries they will produce expensive mistakes.
But look at it this way. Everything in a construction site has a cost. Everything, including time, including items, including supplies, including everything has a cost.
Yeah.
So when you miss out a step, it means therefore definitely there will be a cost attached to it. So if you use the wrong paint or you mixed it wrongly, it will have to be repeated. And that's a very expensive affair.
Yeah.
And that's why in a site then therefore we can never assume. And that's why we keep repeating. Do it this way. Follow these instructions.
Yeah.
Carry out this fast. Don't do this before this happens.
Yeah.
That has to keep happening. No matter how many times the foreman has to repeat it, it needs to be done.
Yeah.
And the fundi, therefore, should never take it that they don't know. That's why we are being told. It is just confirming that we are doing the right thing, all of us. So on a site, therefore, you cannot say that it's because there could be costly mistakes.
Yeah.
Yes, everything in a construction site is going to bring a cost. Yes.
What about those people like Brian who say, people will look at me as that person who keeps on asking, hii inafanya hivi, inafaa ikuwe hivi tena, confirming every time.
You see, the person who doesn't want to learn is the one who never asks questions. The one who wants to go far and become a master at what they do, they keep confirming the instructions so that they end up doing the job once and doing it well. If you say, I don't need to confirm, wacha niendelee tu, then you make a mistake. You know, you have to own the mistake.
Yeah.
And it might be expensive. You might not be paid for that day. Or you have to buy the supply. You bought the wrong cable, therefore, it is your cost. So you would rather ask the question and be seen like you're asking too many questions than not ask and end up with the wrong thing. So I would suggest that it is never a foolish thing to confirm information. Yes.
So in case you are ashamed of confirming,
then be ready for the costs.
Yes.
And be ready to be told to redo it again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, but I think we've been having, from yesterday, we've been having examples like if a mistake happens on site, it will go back. If a fundi does not confirm instructions, the blame will get back to Aleju.
Definitely. I gave you this example of the football team. Whenever a whole team makes a mistake, it's the coach who owns the mistake.
Yeah.
When they win, he gives the credit to the team. So you see, the foreman will get the wrong information, or rather will get a wrong standing.
Yeah.
But actually the fund did the wrong thing. But it is the foreman's mistake because it means he didn't communicate down to the fundi. So he carries the burden.
Yeah.
But in case we say that on a site, everybody does their things and they are responsible, then it's not a construction site.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
You can't all do what you think. You have to follow somebody's instructions so that they see the bigger picture.
Yes.
The whole building. But you are a mason. So you take care of this, then we know that the roof will have the proper angling. And then the people who come to do fittings, the ceilings, it will have the proper, whatever it is on the site. So the foreman's business is to make sure the instructions given to the people who do the actual work conform so that the whole building goes to the standard.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, sometimes things do change along the way, or instructions might change along the way. What challenges might arise on construction sites when instructions change along the way?
Changes, as you know, you remember the last time I said, these changes need to be communicated and agreed upon and signed for by all the parties. For example, if the architect comes and says he wants a redesign, they have to provide new drawings so that the mechanical engineer, the structural engineer, they also conform to that. So if this happens in between when it is going on, it has to be documented.
Yeah.
And now remember what you and Brian talked about earlier. Later on, when there are issues that might arise about people disagreeing, once it is signed for, the instructions have been written and signed for, then it is easier to mediate. But when they are not signed, ulisema, alisema, there will be issues.
Yes.
Yes.
Lidiema has been saying about the chain. I talked to you about the chain.
Yes.
And there's daily briefings. They
Yes.
do roll calls in the morning, nini nini. How important is that?
First
Daily
of all,
briefings.
yes, daily briefings. It means, therefore, are we checking how far we have gone? Are we going in the right direction? Because, for example, I don't know whether you know that when a plane is flying from Nairobi to, let's say, London, that 65% of the time it's going in the wrong direction.
Ah, okay, I didn't know that.
It has to keep being corrected because there are winds, there are this, whatever, turbulence, whatever. So most of the time it's going off course, but somebody has to keep taking it back to the right so that they arrive at that airport, not another one. So the same thing in a construction site, and I believe that's what Ledema was saying. We do these briefings in the morning to make sure we are still on course. Are we still doing what we agreed to start with? And secondly, it is to review the steps up to now. Are we going to finish the job the way we had said we would finish in time? So those briefings are critical. First of all, to confirm the manpower. Secondly, to confirm that the work is being done correctly. And thirdly, to also see, are we still on course? So yes, they are critical. And that's where a lot of communication things are done. For example, the fundis on the ground might say, mahali tulijenga na tukaambiwa tuweke hii, naona kuna leakage inatoka in the next plot.
Yes.
So if let's say the fundi does not report that, he sees there's leakage of water from the next plot, but he does not bring it up in the briefings in the morning. What happens? You continue constructing, then later realize we should have diverted this water so that it doesn't come to our plot. So in the briefing, a lot of things come up. And that's, now you agree we are still on course, tuendelee. Yeah.
Okay, I know you've said assumptions are not good, but why would people on site assume, or even professionals assume that a fundi knows?
Well, because they have worked with them before, they have seen their work, they will kind of give them leeway to agree that, to think they don't need correction, they don't need to be re-emphasized. And that only comes after I work with you for, let's say, on 3, 4, 5 sites, and you are doing the right thing. Then I'll assume there are some things really I don't have to tell you about. Because when we say 5 millimeters, you know it is 5 millimeters. Therefore, I don't need to come emphasizing and checking, is it 5 millimeters? So yes, there could be assumptions that are not too risky because of the confidence you have in the person who is actually doing the work. Yes.
There's also pressure to finish work quickly. How does that lead to assumptions? Pressure to finish work quickly.
How does it
lead to assumptions?
Yes, you have this thing of saying, okay, kwa sababu huyu fundi anajua hii kazi yake yenye anafanya, hata tukiharakisha atamaliza vizuri.
Okay.
And then, when it doesn't happen, who pays? Anajua kazi yake, yes.
Fundi.
So, kwa hivyo tukimwambia amaliza na siku 3 badala ya siku 4, atamaliza tu. But definitely there's whoever said it requires 4 days knows it requires 4 days. All right? There are some things you might not jump over, but of course there are some you might. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I think hii mambo ya assumptions, I want us to clearly understand before we go for a break. There's assumptions and there's confirming instructions, and there's misinterpretation.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Nataka watu waelewe vizuri, because mtu anaweza sema okay, misinterpretation for example. Can you paint for us a picture of misinterpretation? Because tulikuwa na example hapa ya me saying that 1 p.m. I tell you to come for a wedding at 1 p.m. Another one says that come for the wedding over lunch hour. Another one says in the afternoon. And kila mtu atakuja masaa yake kulingana na vile anaelewa.
Yes.
So is that assuming, or is it misinterpretation? Assuming that this time, okay, what is it?
Most likely now, and let's go to that example because it's very pertinent. And as you said, the book, my first book is about time management, then communication. There was a reason why they followed each other. So you said 1 o'clock.
Yes.
That is the way it should be, and it should stay 1 o'clock. So on a construction site, it is specific.
1.
Not lunch hour. Because lunch hour, what if you take your lunch at 12? What if you take your lunch at 3? It is still lunch hour. And I think that's where most of the Kenyans or Africans have a problem.
Let's meet at 1.
Because they say, according to them, they were using the sun for timing. So anything that's not overhead is morning. And anything above that. But now here we are saying, we have booked a hotel at this 1 o'clock. So let people be there at 1 o'clock. So the same thing with a construction site. 5 meters is 5 meters. It can never be 5.5, 4.5, because that could mean a lot of differences. So misinterpretation can come where you are not specific. Misinterpretation is where now you assume you know what is needed to be done rather than following the instructions of the designer. And that's a lot of chaos. On a site, you don't leave leeway. There should be no leeway of instructions. If it's 5, it's 5. Yes.
So are you talking about accuracy?
Yes. And that's why we have an architect. He draws everything to the minimum millimeters.
Yes.
So there can never be any adjustments.
Yes.
And that's why it should be accurate. Because he knows at the end of the day, the roof needs to fit at this angle. So if you just go off, the person coming to do the roof will say this cannot hold this, or we need to do adjustments. Whose cost is at the adjustment? So yes, accuracy.
Accuracy.
Yes.
All right. That's amazing. Let's take a short break here on Kim Community Live. We are coming back. I am presenter MK, PMK. Welcome back, amazing people. This is Kim Community Live. I am presenter MK, PMK. Our discussion for today is communication, and specifically craft mistakes caused by miscommunication. What happens on site when you assume instructions? What happens when you don't confirm instructions? Whether you are a fundi, you are given instructions by an architect and you just start working on them without confirming. You know, we are saying that mtu hafai kuogopa kuconfirm. Do not feel ashamed of confirming, because now if you feel ashamed of confirming, then the mistakes are very costly. And we continue with this discussion with Alex Wainaina. So Alex, when you're communicating to people, when you're passing messages, information, there's a way you know that that person has understood what you're saying. what are the signs or habits that will make you see that people have understood your instructions on site? What will the fundis do? Is it running smoothly? What is happening?
I would say, because if you remember the description of communication,
Yes.
there is a source,
Yes.
there is a recipient, and there is
There's
a
a
media.
channel, or yeah.
But more importantly, there is something called proper communication, which now adds another thing called feedback.
Yes.
So you have the source, you have the recipient, you have the medium, which we are using to communicate.
Medium is also channel, right?
Is a channel, yes. Okay. Then now, for proper communications to happen, there must be feedback.
Feedback. So it's not proper when there's no feedback?
Yes. There's communication, yes. You have given out instructions, but are you sure they have been understood? The only way you can be sure they have been understood is when there's feedback. And that is done in form of repeating.
Yes. Okay, but why?
You remember the pilot and the first officer?
Yes.
Chases down, chases down. Radio up, radio up. Radar, switch, radar. 15, 15.
Yes.
So he has to repeat and do it.
Yes.
So the same thing when you are a foreman and you are giving instructions to the fundis and the craftsmen, is for them to repeat the instruction. And you make it like conversational. 5 meters, yes, 5 meters. Piping tunatumia ama tunatumia trunking, trunking. 15 meters ya cabling, 15 meters ya cabling. And you tick all those. Then the chances of making a mistake are fewer because you are receiving feedback. You have communicated what needs to be done. You have used the right media. And then finally, you get feedback from the person who is receiving. That way, chances of making a mistake are fewer. Yes.
So, okay, a site might be, everyone is silent doing their work. And sometimes we say, and I asked Lydiema this question, but I would want to hear your side of the story. Sometimes silence is also communication, right?
Yeah.
So it's either things are going well or they are going wrong.
When there's silence. When
there's silence. But you're saying there must be feedback.
Now, this is where it gets tricky because the communication and feedback should not be a question of ongoing. It's not ongoing. It's not continuous. It's more, for example, the briefing in the morning. I have my unit of 4 people who are doing plastering. We have agreed, then we start the work. Now we no longer need to start giving feedback. But at the point where we were discussing, give us the feedback so that we know you have understood. Then now let's do the work. And you'll see on many sites, you'll see a fundi, and I'm sorry to say that these days, people are no longer singing on the construction site.
Singing, like singing.
Like singing. They have
they have earphones. They are listening to us.
They are listening to other things. And therefore, they have understood. They are carrying out the work. They don't need now continuous feedback. There is no need for continuous instructions because they understand their work.
All right.
Yes. So silence doesn't mean things are going wrong.
Neither do they mean that they are going well.
Well, that is discussable.
Huyu kijana anaitwa mtu ajichanue atakuja hapa kutunini nayo. But I've remembered something. We say that curiosity killed the cat.
That's conversational. That's not for professionals.
Okay.
Professionals must be curious all the time. Because, for example, if you know, we normally use this kind of cable. I don't know why I keep referring to cables.
Wire ni wire.
Wire si wire.
Wire si wire. Nimekuwa mwanafunzi amesahau.
Yeah, we have this thing of just generally assuming this is what is used, you know. Yeah. So I do believe construction brings a very sharper focus on things that we do.
Yeah. Actually, I was to ask you, how does curiosity improve craftsmanship?
Because you say, wait a minute, kwa nini tunatumia piping badala ya kutumia trunking?
Okay.
I ask, being the craftsman, because I thought, why don't we just use the cheaper method or the faster method of trunking? But you, the foreman, knows. Huyu developer alisema he doesn't want to see any hanging wire in his building. He doesn't want to see cabling. So it has to be piping within the wall.
Yes.
But you are thinking, I'm almost through now. Why should we do kuchimba mtaro kwa wall so that we put the pipe?
Yeah.
Why don't we just use trunking?
Yes.
But the client does not want to see trunking in his compound. So definitely curiosity, why are we doing this and not this?
Yeah.
It makes you people now confirm to and agree, and you get to understand why are we doing what we are doing as a fundi.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying, well, si walisema tutumie hii, and yet you can see there's a mistake. For example, sometimes back, all the water pipes used to be metal.
Yeah.
All right? Today, it's mostly plastic.
Yeah.
Until someone realized, wait a minute, why do we need such a heavy thing to transport water? When a plastic will live even a longer time, will be there for a longer time than this. It's easier to put grooves on it. So definitely, curiosity is also good to a point where it is a question of learning.
Yeah.
So someone who sits and does not give ideas, that feedback, remember, is important even to the suppliers. Why should we use plastic and not metal? Therefore, if the fundis just keep quiet and say, si walisema.
Si even though
walisema. Yeah. So sometimes that feedback is, why don't we? Then the fundi would have, the other foreman will have, or the structural engineer will come and say, the reason why we don't use this is because of this. Kwa sababu him, he can see the bigger picture. But you as a fundi, you are seeing your area and saying, why don't we use this one instead of? So when you ask, now you learn why it is being done that way. Yeah.
Yes. And does patience apply anywhere in understanding instructions? Is it how important is patience?
Yes, because the best learners are the ones who are good at listening.
But you don't have time to listen to. You want to work and finish and go.
Can you imagine how if you just want to finish and go, then you are doing the wrong thing?
Hey.
Isn't it more expensive?
Okay.
Wouldn't you rather have been patient to know exactly what needs to be done, rather than just head into the work only to be doing the wrong thing? You know, they tell you, anyway.
But Brian wants to go to another, like 2 sites.
That's the problem. We have to slow him down, because going to another 2 sites means both of them will be 60% done, rather than 95% done properly. Yes. So numbers sometimes are not what we are chasing. Yes.
So now, how can we improve communication between professionals and craftsmen?
That's another thing, because I'll give you an example of one of the best production managers I ever knew while working for Coca-Cola. He was truly well-trained production manager. He knew virtually the whole line of a bottling plant, and the boiler especially. Whenever it would break down and they are unable, they would call him. But his problem was, he would come and just tell everyone, move aside. And then he would sort it out and go away. One time he was away, and they couldn't fix the boiler. Then it broke down.
Yes.
They couldn't get to him. The whole line had to stop. So do you think that production manager was a good communicator? He wasn't, because he would have shown them how to do the work in his absence. But now it's like he wanted to remain the only person who understands this thing completely. So he was a poor communicator. And it cost him his job, because now when a line stops for 8 hours, production cost for that day is lost. What happens? You pay the price.
Yes.
But if he had just shown someone within the area, or give confidence to that person to call them and be given instructions on how to do it. But now when you keep everybody aside, you are the only person who can do this. So every time there's a problem, it's you. And then you tell everyone, step aside, I finish this. So communication can also, the professionals have to learn to communicate. And it is unfortunate, because the professionals, they have this tendency of thinking, these guys won't even understand.
They assume.
But that's a topic for another day.
Yes.
Yes.
But actually, let's move away kidogo from construction. Let's go to offices.
Yes.
You go to offices and you find there's a boss who wants to communicate a certain information, not really, I don't want to call it personal, but it shouldn't get through other, it shouldn't follow the chain.
Yeah.
So what happens in that case where he wants to communicate information to that person, to the junior, but there's a link, there's another link hapa ambaye inafaa apitie. But okay, should the boss really give the information to this person, then the person gives, should we really follow that?
No, because you have said the information that is being passed on is personal. Okay. It shouldn't be heard by
there's
others.
No problem,
there's no problem. And that's why somebody is called to the office to be given the information. Yes, I know there's an HR. I am the boss and there's an HR. But the information I'm communicating to that person should only be heard by that person. I will bypass the route, the normal channel. Yeah, and call that person directly because it's personal. But general information for everybody's benefit, that should be passed in a memo or an email or to all the people at the same time. Yes.
So it depends
on the
situation.
Yes, and the kind of information being passed. Yes.
Yeah. But there, would you call, is communication a professional skill? Or anyone might?
Let me tell you, and especially in your age now of AI, the only thing that's going to be left between what the AI cannot do, what the system cannot do, is your emotional intelligence, which the greater part is to communicate. When you cannot express yourself, you cannot express ideas, you are going to lose out in the new dispensation. So definitely one of the biggest professional requirements is good communication and good communication skills. Yes. How to speak, when to speak, how much to speak, what not to speak, the tone you use, all those things are very important. Yes.
But do you, clients sometimes, do they struggle communicating what they want? And maybe that's why fundi alifanya kitu wako anataka. Do they find trouble?
Exactly. And that's why there's a foreman. Because the foreman will understand the client.
Okay.
You get? The fundi carries out the instructions of what needs to be done. But who interprets it for him? It's the foreman. Yes. And that's why the foreman and the developer, they speak. So the link between the fundi doing the actual work and the client who wants a certain kind of work is the foreman, because he understands both. He understands the fundi's side, he understands the developer's side, who is the client. That's why the foreman can never be dispensed off with. Ukishafikiria utatoa foreman so that you save costs, you will pay higher.
Yes.
Yes.
But sometimes kazi inaweza haribika also again because the client might have miscommunicated and then they are blaming the professional for not doing.
Remember what we said about writing things down and signing for them?
Okay. So that hakuna mahali utasema.
Hakuna mahali alisema, hakusema, hakuniambia, sikusikia. It's written down. And that's why I think Kiman is doing this. Every job will have, whether it is supplies or actual work done, will go through a contract. So when you have a contract, everybody understands their area. Yes. There are no chances for miscommunication there.
Yeah. Now, how is teamwork coming in or is it helping in understanding instructions? When you're a team, is it easy to understand instructions?
Yeah, because you know your work depends, somebody's work depends on yours. So when you are a whole team of people working on a site, this teamwork is critical because everybody is doing their portion, but at the end of the day, we are doing one house.
Yes.
At the end of the day, if the whole team is working, everybody is doing their portion well, and they're understanding the instructions, the workflow becomes easier, less mistakes, no time for reworks. Yes.
Right. Brian, you can start preparing for your questions. Now, I have this question about in the construction industry. Is it important, or if it's important, do we already have those mentorship programs educating people on how to well communicate?
And that's why I think one of the projects Kiman is going to do is putting or placing people who come directly from colleges to learn these artifacts, crafts, and masters, so that they learn from the people who have more experience than them. And then they will see how the master also communicates with clients. And they get to learn the value of communicating well. And that's critical, because now when people think they know their part, but they don't understand how to communicate it to the client, they will have a problem when now they become in charge of certain areas. And that's why mentorship programs are important for Kiman stores, where you bring people who have come from college to work under someone who has more experience, even in dealing with clients. They see how they communicate. They see how they answer questions. They see how they confirm that they're actually going to do the work. So they learn by seeing the master at work. And that's why the mentorship programs are very critical. Yes.
But do you feel like someone who has studied communication purely is at a better place of now applying it better in construction, or kuna venye ya construction kidogo?
No, communication is communication.
Communication is communication.
It is just the content that changes and the circumstances that changes. But a communicator definitely has an advantage if they come to the construction site.
Okay.
Yes.
Because they
have already mastered that part. Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with our discussion. Brian, unaweza kujanga. And we're talking about what costs. Ama ni nini inaweza happen if people miscommunicate, if people assume, and if people don't confirm instructions, and specifically on construction sites. Brian, tupe swali lako tusikie. Kulikuwa na example nilikuwa nimesema utakuja kutunini nayo hapa. Unataka kukimbia site mingi, so you don't have time to confirm instructions. Do you have time?
Time?
To confirm instructions. Like, ati hapo ulisema aje?
Time is money.
I knew it.
Time is money. I had a question about now how technology has come. Alafu saizi, once you book a ride, you get to that car, kuliza unaenda.
Yeah.
And it is there. Evidence kwa karatasi. And before I confirmed the ride, I checked how many trips you have done.
Yes.
Probably you have done over 3,000.
Yeah.
So there is no point to say, where would you kusoma map?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So why does that happen? Systems help us. But mbona ushinde ukiuliza unaenda?
Lazy workmanship. In the case of that driver now, because honestly, when you received the request, you saw where that person wants to go. I don't believe that I get into the vehicle and you're asking unaenda. That's a failure on the part of the driver, Uber driver.
Yes.
And secondly, there are those who will want to confirm, umesema tunaenda, that's better than unaenda. You see, there's a difference.
Yes.
Where are you going, or where are we going, as opposed to you said you are going to confirm.
Exactly.
I get the difference.
You get the difference.
Yes. So it's more about how you say it.
How you say it. It means different. The same words mean different how you say it. And that's the value of communication.
Yes.
Are you asking where we are going, or are you confirming we are going to this place? Say yes.
Oh, so you said you're going to Cabanas?
Yes.
Aniambie yes or no.
Yeah.
But there's a difference ya kuuliza.
Unaenda?
You see,
there's a whole...
I get the difference.
You get the difference?
Alright.
Yes. And it matters a lot. Yeah.
Kwa inabo sana, ukiingia, utaulizwa kwa matatu, na bado niulizwa
kwa Uber.
Kwa Uber.
Na Uber umeallow systems
You understand? And then there is something else also. Yenye wanasema hivyo so that they tell you, umekuletea pesa ngapi?
By the way,
I tend to think there has been a problem also with Uber. Is it that the driver does not see the amount? Or when he finished the trip? They have finished the trip to see the cost, isn't it?
But now after the changes that came, I think they can see.
They can see now.
Yes. But even now, as they can still see, they still ask you. You understand?
Yeah.
So we bring it back to the context of construction. You might find a fundi, umwambie ama okay, lacha niongelele mafundi. Tuongee kuhusu wale wenye wako juu. You want to confirm something.
Yes.
Alafu anakuuliza, kwani hukuenda shule? You understand?
That's very poor. especially now on somebody who is supposed to be at a certain level of a fundi, that condescending attitude is so bad.
Yes.
And it means also that person is not ready to be a leader. Because a leader is one who tells people, let's go, not go. When the moment you start questioning whether I went to school, it means you have a problem with passing on the information. Because surely I'm trying to confirm something. You're trying to doubt my capacity.
Yes.
So the problem is with you, by the way.
Yes, you see.
In fact, we say the problem is the manager who would ask such a question. Kwani haukwenda shule?
Yes.
Wow.
The problem is the manager, not the recipient. Yeah, it shows you have a problem.
Yes.
Because one of your biggest thing is to lead people towards, let's go. We can't go unless we understand each other. So if one of my team members does not understand and they ask a question, if I bring them down by asking them, kwani hukwenda shule, the problem is me. I am the one with the wrong attitude. Yeah.
Okay. Alex, can instructions be understood or rather followed on site by people who don't respect each other?
Instructions are instructions. They don't care about that respect.
Okay,
instructions are instructions. 50 millimeters, 50 millimeters. Whether you respect me or not,
so you
that does not change.
So
but me who is telling you I need 50 millimeters, I need you to understand it's 50 millimeters.
So whether you respect
beyond that now is your own. You bring your ATT to the work.
But is it not limit? Ama you must understand because
you have to understand.
You have to understand.
Hii kazi si ya doubts. You have to understand so that you actually do it. Because you can imagine unaambiwa 15 meters and you just pick let's say you want to cut the cable. And before you understand it's 15, what do? You pick up need to cut it off. What happens? You cut at 12.
Yes.
Whose loss is that? Some places you cut the cable at the wrong place, you pay for it.
Yes.
Because some of this trunking is very expensive. Yeah. So if you don't understand, don't do it. Yeah. And if you don't understand, ask.
Yes.
Yeah. And you as a foreman or a craftsman or the senior foreman, you should have no problem at all repeating instructions because you don't want the wrong thing done. Yeah.
You see, sometimes there is that challenge of, by the end nikiuliza,
wataona kama sijui. Again, now that becomes the person who is willing to learn, who is supposed to be learning. Ati nikiuliza wataona sijui. Then you are going to be creating mistakes all the time. So take it upon yourself. Look foolish, but do the right thing. If they think that is foolish to ask. But on a construction site, confirming things is never seen as a foolish act at all, ever. Yes.
Right.
I understand. Now, there is also something else that has come up. We have many foreign construction companies in Kenya.
Yes.
Well, they don't come with their own fundis.
Yes.
Sisi ndio tunawapea mafundi.
Yeah.
Sometimes they come with their own system or they use our own systems. Now you see, there is always that part language barrier. For example, there was a video on TikTok that I saw between a Chinese and a Kenyan.
Yeah.
Yani wamekosana mpaka Mkenya anachukua kijiko.
Na hawajui wamekosania nini.
Na hawajui wamekosania nini because huyu anataka kulipwa, huyu anasema vitu zake.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
How now do we solve that? Because it's a big challenge in construction. It is expensive, number one. Number
Very.
two, it is dangerous.
Yes.
Because what was
As mpiga.
So how do we solve that?
It now behoves upon the developer of the project, because you are bringing the technical know-how from outside who don't understand English, and our foremen, our fundis who don't understand Chinese. It is upon the developer now to bring interpreters.
Okay.
You hire them and they are there. I know people who have learned Mandarin and they are working on these sites. Their work is to now, like you called about the meeting, about the morning briefings.
Yes.
Now the interpreter should be in that meeting.
Okay.
And to make sure all these guys are communicating. So that when now they go to the actual work, then they carry out the instructions. So if you have to hire foreign technical, because they are of a higher standard, you need an interpreter on site. Yes. Otherwise, you'll have chaos. You'll have chaos.
But that must be so expensive. Like, niseme ki uinterpret ndio tuendelee. Aseme interpret. Like it's
But that's the thing. Unfortunately, we have also let our standards go low. So and then this thing of construction was supposed to take 2 years, goes to 4 years. That's why people are forced to now look for developers from outside, because they say 6 months, they can actually give you a guarantee of 6 months. So you see them bringing foreign companies, not that we can't do this work, but we have all these excuses, we can't finish, nataka kukulia. You want to run to 5 projects at the same time, so none of them is finished in time. So the next time I have work, will I give you or will I give someone who says 6 months is 6 months?
No, that one for 6 months.
And that's why maybe we even have now construction companies coming from outside, because the local ones, wameangusha, I don't know, you dropped the ball. Yeah.
Do you have an experience with the miscommunication in your line of work?
Oh, especially okay, previously, because now most of my work is to do training, and I actually train managers on the things we are talking about here, how to communicate well, how to receive feedback, how not to do the ABCDs, how to speak like this. That one now, hardly ever. But when I was working for Coca-Cola, yes, there was a lot of...
You can give us maybe the funniest example that came.
Miscommunication.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. But in its simplest form, there is this CEO. He used to make everybody so scared. And he was this bulldozing kind of, the days gone by, where the CEO could fire you at any time. So everybody would see them and just want to take another corner so that they don't meet. And they remember there's something you were supposed to do, you haven't done. So everybody was kind of scared of him. So you see him at that corner, you want to go this way. So this one day he comes across with a young guy who was really scared that maybe he had not done something well. So he's giving him instruction, and this guy is just bending and nodding his head. So he did not see the CEO is pointing this side. So the moment he finishes the instruction, this guy runs the opposite direction.
Oh my God.
So he is very quick. He wants to go and finish the assignment where he's been sent. But he didn't see he was being sent this other direction. So whose failure is that? Both of them. Because the CEO should have made sure this person sees him pointing that direction. Yes. And then the listener, who is going to carry out the instruction, should have listened to the instruction rather than be just ready to run where he has not been sent. So it behoves upon all of us. Both the recipient and the communication source should be at par. Yes.
Now, Alex, communication is key, right?
Key. More than. It is the first item on emotional intelligence. Yes.
Do you think it's important for a communication team to be incorporated in every profession? Communication team in terms of, kwa mjengo, kuna ile team, you see, communication team. Kwa a certain company, there is a communication team. You understand what I'm saying? Coca-Cola, I guess
Definitely.
You had.
Big time.
So you think it's important for a communication team to be incorporated in every profession?
It must be there, because if information flow is a problem, or rather, now then bring the whole team. Don't bring a communication team, but bring the people doing all the work in a situation where you can be able to pass instructions quickly. Instead of hiring a whole team of communicators who are not doing the actual work. Just train people on being able to pass the information from the foremen, the mechanical engineers, the fundis, and so forth, and even watu wa mkono. And that's why that briefing is so important every day.
Karibu nikwambie,
because that would add too much cost to the work.
In short, in order to reduce the cost, just invite Alex Wanyina, akuje awafunze how to communicate.
How to communicate, yes.
Na kila mtu
akue on the same level. Wewe ukiambiwa kitu, don't take it that you are being brought down. You are being adjusted. Wewe naye sikiza, ukiambiwa, you are being helped to learn and come up. So
I think nataka to the bigger ones, the ones who stamp authority. You see,
to have a better way of communicating. By the way, at many places, it's the people at the top who don't communicate well. And then they are the first ones to bang the table when things go wrong.
Wanasema,
Nyinyi hamuelewi, hata hamfanyi kazi, sitawapea kazi ingine bure kabisa. But the failure could have been the way they communicated.
The director is asking, you had given us a story about that guy mwenye aliguana.
Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. And then he goes in the wrong direction.
Could that person be you?
No.
Tunaweza kuwa unatupea example.
No. We were just watching from a distance. The guy doing then. And then he goes this way. Then the guy has to call him back.
Must have been very funny.
It was very bad.
The director anasema that story is too specific.
Allah, unasema iko detailed sana.
You see, the idea is, one of the things you learn in communication is being able to give specific instructions. Specific. When you are giving a story, let it be specific. When you are saying something, let it be specific. So for the idea, for you to understand what I mean by miscommunication, I have to make sure some things you have understood. And that's why I'm very specific. Yes.
Kabisa.
Yes.
How about clarity in this context?
It is second again to nothing else, because yes, you are communicating, but what are you communicating?
How clear are you?
How clear are you that you want a half full glass, or what do you normally say?
Full glass?
No. There is a saying with the when you look at this glass, is it half full or half empty?
Half empty.
It is half empty.
Wait, hey.
No, it is half empty.
It is half empty. Half full.
No, it is half empty.
Iko na maji kidogo.
It is half empty.
So, kama
I think you have gotten the best lesson of communication.
My name is Miss Communication.
Interpretation is everything.
Yes.
Interpretation is everything.
I think hiyo ndo tumepata sasa vizuri. Perfect.
Because both answers are correct.
No.
No, I get they are both correct because it is half full, so iko na maji kidogo na huku ni empty, sawa? Bado it is half empty. Like it is half empty and half full. Nimejirudi. The thing that makes sense, like siko nusu.
So therefore you can use the same example of that glass to interpret anything. So interpretation is also
lakini ya glass ni
critical.
ngumu.
You see,
Yeah, glass.
Ya glass ni
once we
ngumu.
talk about interpretation, you see, there is this competing factor.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
Mimi, I know I'm right. You understand? So someone might be intimidated by, well,
You are right.
No, but then I also stand my ground and say, there's all this empty space.
Yeah.
So it's half empty.
It is half empty and it is half full.
But you stand and say, wait a minute, it's half full. Look at all this water.
It is half.
So both of you are, it's a fact. Yes.
So Alex, it is half. It is half empty.
I can use either for what I want to explain. Yes.
Or it is not empty.
So clarity therefore is critical. If we are talking about the content, then it is half full. But if we are talking about the container, it's half empty.
Ngoja. So it is not empty because iko na maji, and it is not full because iko na maji nusu.
Okay. Let me take this let me take this conversation to a different angle. Now, we had okay, for example, someone was given a task to do 10 productions in a single day. 10 productions in a single day. These 10 productions, they are 5 minutes each. You understand?
Yeah.
It's strenuous to do that.
Yes.
But he tried to explain the point. It is very hard to do 10 productions in a single day with the number of people that are there. You see, you quantify the number of people with the kind of work.
Yes.
It's not possible. You understand?
Yes.
Now, the person who is giving out the job is saying, the one who was here used to do that. Na alikuwa peke yake, nyinyi mko watatu. You understand? That is one.
Yeah.
Number 2, anasema bado, it doesn't have to be perfect.
That's the thing.
Done is better than perfect.
Wow.
You understand?
Yes.
Something else that is also there. Now, hii nimeshika wakati nimesema half full, half empty. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, anarudi anajitetea anasema, if mwenye na receive production anasema iko sawa, wewe unasema nini? in the back of my mind, mi nasema, no, I don't want bad work to go with my name.
My name will not be carried with bad work.
Yes.
So when I say it cannot be done in that day, we cannot do 5 productions. It's because I'm looking at the end result.
Yes.
So if you tell me this house should take 3 months, I tell you it's not possible. I don't want to be associated with it after it's done with that kind of space.
But there is a problem. Huyu jamaa mwenye amebaki hapa anahitaji livelihood.
For how long? Yes, he'll get it for the short term. He'll get it for the short term. And then being associated with wrong work.
And then mwisho wrong.
He has to even stop doing that. He has lost. Who has lost?
But now,
because he couldn't stand his ground and say, wait, no, it's not possible. For the quality of work, of course, that's where communication again comes. You don't just say it's not possible. You say, for the kind of quality work you expect of me, because you know what I am capable of, I am advising that it's not possible to do 5 products and come out with that quality. So you tell the client in that way.
Now you see, they will accept at that point.
Yeah.
And then, kidogo, akirudi, now what do we say?
Do you have a contract? After they agreed, did you have a contract? After they agreed, did you have a contract? Have the contract.
It is not about me, it's an example.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. Now, so that when they go, they don't come back again and say,
Okay.
because they have a contract.
Anyway, Kiman Stores inakusaidia kwa sababu hautaenda back and forth na utaulizwa maswali mingi sana. Anyway, you will have a contract, and of course you will have a milestone to of course cover, and of course ukisha cover, that's when you're going to be paid. Hakutakuwa na vitu mingi za kuzungusha nini. But anyway, it's amazing discussions here. I'm really enjoying the moment yenye tuko nayo hapa. Actually, I didn't have questions when I came here. And nilisema hizi maswali zitanipata hapa. Na naona hatuko mbaya.
Yeah, hatuko mbaya. So, conclude hivyo, mtaka before you give us a final message to craftsmen about communication, hiyo shikilia hivyo. So, nataka there's being precise, there's being clear and accurate. So, umetuelezea hizo zote, but if you could think about an example yenye tutakuwa tukikumbuka. Nikisema precise, nakumbuka hiyo example.
Kuna ingine moja, bado kuna coincise.
Don't split hairs.
Ndio nimeshangaa. So
because precise and concise almost could mean the same.
Yeah. So precise, tupe example hata kama si ya construction, then clear and accurate.
In fact, I would wish that all that was combined into one.
Okay.
Don't split them.
Okay.
Just give clear instructions, which are also concise, meaning specifics.
Okay.
And then accuracy is what we said. There's no way construction site cannot have the 3 together. So I would want you not to split those 3. Just be precise, clear, and concise.
All right.
Everything that you do, don't leave room for it could be, no. Be precise, be concise, and be clear. Be clear when you give the information. Let all the 3 just remain as one thing. That when I say it is a red pen, it's a red pen. Yeah.
Sawa. Director, umesikia kama break tunaenda sijui 9:45.
It is 9:45.
It is 9:45.
Yes.
Ananiambia ni mimi sisikizangi. Ni shida ni mimi.
Before pia tumalize. Naona bado tuko na time kidogo.
Yeah, haina shida.
There are those developers ama those employers ama those leaders wenye wako hiyo example yenye nilikuwa nakupea. What would you want to tell them?
Your message those
to the developers. Yes. Or to the
just anyone who is up there.
Is in up leadership. Wenye anasema
communication, wenye anasema communication but they don't communicate.
Yeah.
Na hiyo ya nini?
In fact, I would tell the people who are in charge of other people, who we now call leaders. These days, we don't want managers. These days, we want leaders. People who say, let's go, rather than go. There's a big difference.
Okay.
Let's go, rather than go. Because the person saying go is giving instructions, but he is not also taking the steps. But let's go means he is also accompanying you.
Wow.
So you leaders who are out there and you have a team of people working with you, the onus of giving clear, concise, and precise information is on you. And whenever there is misinterpretation, it is your fault. You as the leader, it is your fault. You are supposed to give the instructions correctly, timely, and also that are accurate. Therefore, anytime there is misinterpretation in the construction site or anywhere else in your lives where you are leading people, it is your fault when things go wrong, not the people who carried out the instructions, because it means you did not follow up after giving the instructions to know that they have understood. That's why the value of feedback.
Yeah.
So on a site, don't be so scared. People should not be scared of you even to ask for confirmation.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, when they do things wrong, you will pay the price. People will blame you, not the craftsman who took the wrong instructions.
Yes.
So the leadership that you carry should be, the most important thing should be in how you communicate to your people.
Yes.
And how free they are to confirm the information from you. If they find that it is hard to talk to you, you have a problem.
Oh. Ati mtu ameingiza maji baridi, ati sitaki kuongelesha.
Boss atanishautia, bas, you lose. It is you who loses. When we remember that that construction site, we remember you more than the actual fundis who, yeah.
Well, I remember another example. Someone who is in higher authority than you, they tell you, you can do this very clearly. You can do this. But then when you do that thing, they then again come back to you and, why did you do that thing? Au watu sasa na wao utawaambia aje?
They always appear, and thankfully in our area of construction and supplies, instructions should be written so that what was iruke. Yeah.
Are those people even
Do me an email if you are on that level.
Yes.
If you are changing anything, let it be written down so that later on we don't have issues. Yes.
Are those people even leaders? Juu,
No, those are managers.
Just
Those are
people
managers.
who want to just...
Yeah, just give out instructions and then they, when things backfire, they say, unaona, hii watu hata hawaelewi. Kumbe you didn't give the correct information. Yes.
Because I don't understand why you should allow me
Now
to do something.
and then
again, you're coming back at me at, oh, you did this.
You're hiding behind the cover of not giving good instructions.
Yeah.
Actually, kuna kitu ingine nimeshika. Tumesema managers na leaders.
Yeah.
The word leaders iko na lead, alafu hapo mwisho iko na us. So however you get it, lead us.
Lead us.
Please lead us.
And not everyone is a leader, by the
Oh,
way.
not anybody in position is
Sindio?
a leader. Even if they have that position, doesn't make them a leader. They could be very good managers, but not leaders.
People say leaders are born.
No, wrong. No,
I was
we all
told I'm a
learn.
learn.
We all learn on the
told
in the
you?
process.
Who told you?
I was born a leader.
That's
Alex.
another day. Leadership is a very different topic and a very interesting one, because not everyone who is in position is a leader. A lot of them are just managers, and let me say just managers.
Just managers.
Yes.
Yes.
They have no leadership qualities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they eligible to be in positions that require them to lead people?
Exactly. You see, what happens is when you do, let's say, for example, you start as a mason, then you learn electricity, then you do plumbing. The next thing you are made a foreman. Does that make you a leader of people?
No, just
The developer just decides to give you a position, but it's not that you are a leader. It's just that you know a lot of things happening here. And those are the worst kind of foremen.
Yeah.
So in short, the best person is number one, hata kama anajua kitu moja,
bado ni leader. Because first of all, to be a leader, you must lead yourself.
Okay.
You can't lead others when you can't lead yourself.
Yes, true.
But as I say, leadership is a whole topic on another day.
Yeah. Now, Alex, precisely, clearly, and accurately, I will want you to tell people about you're in health.
Yes.
Yes. Umesikia hizo zenye nimeanza nazo?
Yes.
You tell us about what you're doing in health, and also talk to us about your book. the life skills book.
Okay.
Yeah, ukianza na hizo maneno tatu zile.
Oh, very well.
Ndio watu wasiseme tunawaambia tu.
Very well. I have a passion for health, having had a very devastating time getting high blood pressure at the age of 39 and being told that I'll take medication for the rest of my life. It was not very pleasant, so I went into the journey of discovering what are all these things that we call lifestyle diseases. And that's how I came to be certified as a health coach. And therefore, I also train people specifically on the lifestyle choices they make every day to avoid some of these diseases that now we call chronic diseases. Some of them, and very many of them, can actually be adjusted back to balance, because what is disease? It means dis-ease, you are out of ease. So if you have a balance, you are at ease. When you are not at ease, you get a dis-ease. And this is what we call homeostasis. So if you could think of things you could do on a daily basis to avoid the chronic diseases, or when you get the chronic diseases, what are the lifestyle changes you could want to make in your life to make it easier to manage those symptoms? But I must put a disclaimer: if you have the symptoms and you are sick, go to the hospital. But after that, ask yourself, what are the lifestyle changes you could make that are going to make that condition get away from you? Secondly, as she says, I have written a book on skills, because everybody who is working needs certain skills, and they have already talked about two of them: time management and communications. So I realized a lot of people are in the working area and they don't have these skills, and those skills are critical for them to develop themselves and also become good craftsmen, to become masters later. So there are those skills that you require, and that's why I called my book Life Skills for You. So communication, time management, professional etiquette, leadership, social skills, networking, all those are in the book called Life Skills for You. So Life Skills for You is a book for everyone in the working area. And even if you are in business, you need certain skills to articulate yourself and also articulate your work. So those are the two things that I have a passion for.
Thank you. And you have told them that our week's topic or theme being communication, that topic is also in your book.
Yes, it is.
And ATT, watu wa ATT, bado kuna ATT pale ndani.
Attitude is there, yes. Relationships are there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, asante sana Alex.
Karibu.
Kuna kitu ingine nataka kuuliza Alex?
Mimi sina mswali
Kabla
niko.
tumwachie.
Maybe you should ask why they keep calling me at Kiman stores.
Oh, by the way,
Why? They must wonder why they keep calling me. Later on, I know there is going to be disputes within Kiman. A supplier, a contractor, didn't pay, you paid, all those arguments that come. I am a certified public mediator by the judiciary. Meaning when there are disputes, commercial disputes, I can now come in to bring the negotiation so that people can agree. And later on, during Kiman stores, when people are going to disagree on contracts, or this was not done, or this was done, we could have it outside the court system, and it is recognized by the judiciary of Kenya. So I'm a certified public mediator.
niko na swali.
Imekuja haraka.
Certified, unasema certified?
Public
mediator. Hiyo inasaidia wale wenye wanaachana.
Yes, it's part of it.
Oh.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. The only thing I cannot handle, my section did not allow me to do child care. What do you call it? Custody.
Oh, hata si hiyo.
Ya kuachana. Oh, yes. Marriage. And, yes. I can come and sit there. What are you?
No, like
Talk to Alex.
no, it's not. It's not me, Alex. I have clients for you.
Exactly. The moment,
director kidogo.
Alex, we might have clients for you. So if you're watching, please, Alex.
Hiyo inalipiwa.
yes.
Okay.
Because again, you are taking time.
Yes.
My time should cost something.
Yeah.
Then secondly, when you have to file it with an advocate, then it is taken to the judiciary, what you have agreed. And even if you disagree, we still take it to court. So sometimes you get even the court telling you the things to go. They can give you files or people who have gone to court with a dispute. It is given to me to bring them together. If they agree, we write it down through an advocate, we return it to the judiciary, case imeisha. And the judiciary in our...
Mimi najua tumeongea sana, lakini najua kuna mtu kitu amesikia ya mwisho ni hii part. Well, it's fine. It's fine. But then how much does your book cost?
1,000 shillings.
1,000 shillings.
And we have both a physical book and an audio.
Ah, an audio, which you have.
I have gone to a studio and read the whole book so that you just listen.
Amazing. So, watu wa kuachana na kuachwa, this goes to you. Please, you even have, uko na kitabu ya attitude. Before muachane, chukua kwanza usome communication.
Hata relationships.
Hata relationships.
They matter a lot in that aspect.
Yani kitabu inakuja kwa construction.
Oh yes, it's about human being.
Life skills.
Wherever you are, you need those skills.
Yeah.
Yes. And also remind the owners of businesses. Many of you, hata sahi, you have medicine in your car or in your pocket. Unakunywa dawa kila siku. Some of these things can be reworked and your body goes back to normal.
Yes.
So health issues today are critical.
Amazing.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Alex. We hope to see you next week on Tuesday.
Asante.
I'll be eager to wait.
Okay.
And of course, hear from your wise counsel. But anyway, this is Kiman Community Live. Of course, we're courtesy of www.kimanstores.com. We come to you each and every morning of the week from Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. You've heard the discussion here. Tunaanzaga sisi, tunabishana kidogo, alafu tunakubalia guest aingie. And if you would want to sit on this seat, it is as easy as 1, 2, 3. You just reach out to us on our WhatsApp number 0757-539-000. Tell us what you do and what you'd like to talk about on this show, and then we can be able to reach out, and of course tutaweza kuinvite hapa na utakuwa na a very nice time ya kuweza kukaa hapa hivi kwa show. But anyway, that has been it for me. My name is Brian Jenga, the real deal, the big voice in construction. Tukutane kesho.
Namemaliza haraka. Anyways, thank you guys for keeping it Kiman Community Live. It has been amazing. 2 amazing hours of communication discussion with Alex Wainaina. We hope to see you tomorrow, Pia, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Shout out to Director Brian. Shout out to Kiman 001. Shout out to Blessing, Evelyn, Purity, and of course, Dr. Njoroge. Shout out to my co-host, asante sana Alex, and shout out to me hata kama hakuna mtu ananipianga shout out to me, and shout out to Patrick Waroi akiwa Texas. And one last thing is that clear communication prevents mistakes and protects the project. That has been me, the amazing presenter MK, and this is Kiman Community Live. Vitu huisha. Hiyo wimbo ilimbangwa aje? Manifesting. Single and searching. Hiyo ni ndanga? Ole, sikufa kuimba hapa. I hope atuko live. Hiyo kitabu, by the way, hiyo kitabu ni kombo ya kila kitu. Jamani.
Oh, yeah. Okay.